This is our campsite at Lincoln State Park. As you can see, I'm standing on the road, and this site right across from us are very, very hilly or slopey. It'd be hard to get level in it, but then other spots are not too bad. So this is one of the shower houses, handicap accessible, women's, men's. Let's go inside and see what's going on. So this is the inside of the men's restroom. And this is what the showers look like. And you come on around, and there's more showers. So Lincoln State Park had to drain their lake down because they have damage to the dam and they're repairing it. And this is what the lake bed looks like at Lincoln State Park. And what's interesting is there's the old roadway that used to come through here before it was a lake, and there's a deep pool out there with a bridge, and that's where everybody's fishing today. Again, more pictures of the lake bed with it drained and the old road bed that goes across. A bunch of geese on over by where the beach usually is. Really looks different out here. So this is the walk loop trail that goes around the lake. It makes a complete loop around the lake. This is the fishing pier. And again, the lake is drained.
I'm just going to take you on a quick tour of our camping space here. We do have a picnic table. There's a fire ring. What I like about this space is on this one side there's no other campers, so there's some privacy. And then to the back there's also woods to the back, so also more privacy. And then we'll spin around the other side of the camper. Today there's nobody camping next to us, which that's pretty good. I like being alone in the campground. There was somebody here last night, and it did feel like they were right on top of us, but today it's a much quieter day. This site is 136 at Lincoln State Park. It does have electric and water. The water is 26 feet from the side, so you will need a little bit of a longer water hose to connect. Terry was talking earlier about leveling the campground. This site does slope some, but you can see like we have the tongue almost all the way on the ground. We're getting ready to make some dinner. So we've got the Blackstone out. This is a Blackstone Adventure Ready. This is not a steel top. This is a ceramic top. So you do have to use silicone utensils or plastic utensils. What are we having for dinner?
We are having smashed baked potatoes and roasted vegetables.
We are making smashed baked potatoes for dinner. We're going to start out with some jumbo potatoes. We're just going to microwave them, and then we'll take them to the Blackstone and finish cooking them.
We're going to have bacon on our bacon on our baked potatoes, so we'll go ahead and get that going here.
If you watch us long enough, you'll figure out that we like our bacon.
And then once the potatoes are done in the microwave, then we'll put them on here and smash them and put melt cheese on them. And then we'll have sour cream and butter on them as well. So let's talk about the campground a little bit. So some of the things that we find that's kind of wrong or bad with the campground, not really wrong, but bad with the campground is I feel like that the sites are unlevel, both side to side and front to back, because the tongue on our camper is basically as low as it will go, which we could get level, and then we had to put some blocks under one side to get us level side to side. And it seems like all the sites are that way in this campground.
Another negative that we found with this campground is that some of the sites are very close together, so it doesn't feel like you get a whole lot of privacy. There are others that do seem a little more spacious, but most of them seem pretty close together.
One of the other things that I see that's bad with the campgrounds is that most of the sites have water on them. However, they may be quite a ways away from the campsite. They're not right on the campsite where you can have like a 25-foot hose to do it. Some of them are maybe 50, 60 feet away from the trailer. So if you're going to camp here, you need to make sure that you have plenty of water hose so that you can get water to your site for your camper.
Another negative is in the shower houses. They are push button style, so you have to push a button to start the water flowing, except for in the handicap. They do have one handicap shower, which also has a turn knob, but the rest of them have push buttons. And when you push the button, it did have hot water. However, it would only last about 15 seconds with the water flowing before you had to re-push the button. So it was continuously pushing the button. And I've been in other showers that have the push button, but for some reason this one seemed short-lived, 15 seconds. It seems like they should at least last 30 seconds, but this was only for about 15 seconds.
So some of the things that we like about the campgrounds, one of the things that I like about the campgrounds is that it's fairly quiet. I mean, there's quite a few kids here, especially last night. There was a lot of kids here, and it really wasn't that noisy, even with the kids riding their bikes and running around. And then right about dark, it's just like complete quiet. The kids quit being noisy, and it was just very peaceful here last night.
Another positive, I was talking about the showers, but they are clean. For state park campground showers, they're clean, and they do have hot water. So I was pleased with that.
Well, one of the other positives is that all the roads inside the campgrounds are all paved.
What was that?
I believe it was a tree limb just fell right next to this campground. No, it's something over there. I can hear it. I don't know if the coon fell out of the tree or what.
That was a little scary. I don't know what that was.
Well, I'm gonna go see what it was.
Well, be careful.
So let's shut up. Because whatever it is, it's still laying over here.
I can see brush moving right there. What is it? Is there an animal?
Yeah, there's an animal there. Looks like it's a coon, maybe? It's either a coon or a possum. But I think it's a coon that fell out of the tree. Yeah, it's a coon. Laying there.
Okay, well, we just heard a big crash. Thought it was a tree falling, but apparently it was a coon falling out of a tree.
Oh, that was interesting.
So. All right, so the potatoes are cooked. Now we're gonna smash them. I already cut them some. This is our first time doing this.
Take it, turn it upside down. There's one. Yeah, we're getting close to running out.
Okay, so let's talk about this. Okay. This is a silicone press specifically made for this Blackstone Adventure Ready Grill, because you cannot use the, what's it called, cast iron presses. Okay, you just seen what happened. This press cost what, almost 30 bucks.
Mm-hmm.
And this is one complaint I have about Blackstone. This is something that I read reviews about as well, that this happens, but you can see the rivets just pop right out.
And I wasn't putting that much weight on it either.
Yeah, and it did the same thing whenever I was making smash burgers a few weeks ago. And now we've got the little rivets laying over here in the pile of grease. So
they're not in the food. So we had a little bit of an adventure while we were starting to cook. We heard something crash in the woods, and turned out it was a big raccoon that fell out of the tree. Went up and got the DNR to come down and take care of it for us, and because you could hear it, it was injured, and the DNR had to come down and go in the edge of the woods and get the raccoon, and they hauled it off for us. So it's not here making noise anymore. These are hard to turn over. It shouldn't take them too long here, because they were already cooked pretty well.
yeah, they were fully cooked. They just need to crisp the outside of the skin.
We're going to call this one smashed and demolished, and that one's smashed.
I'll take the smashed.
All right, well, I think we're about ready, don't you?
Yeah.
So we'll just turn it off here. So we can get the just smashed one off of here. There's one.
All right. There it is with bacon, cheese, sour cream. You know what would really be good on this? Is a little bit of green onion. This is dinner.
So I'm gonna break some small stuff off here to get our fire going here tonight. Get some good small kindling. And So we were talking about what we liked about the campgrounds before we were interrupted with an animal falling out of the tree there a while ago. I think I was talking about one of the likes on the campgrounds is that the roads are all paved here, and other than the main road down the center, all the roads are one way, so that makes it nice trying to maneuver around when you're trying to get in and out.
Cell phone reception is really good here.
Yep.
And
we do have TV in our camper, and Amanda tried it, and how many channels are we getting?
at least 10.
So, 10 channels off of our antenna, so you could watch TV if you needed to, or if you need to see what the weather or something's doing, or news, you would have that advantage. All of the sites have water and electric on the site. I know one of the cons was the water on some sites are very far away, other sites they're real close, but that is a plus for a state park. That's kind of something that's unique, having water on the sites. Usually the state parks don't have it on all their sites. Here at Lincoln there's a lot of trails that are not too bad. There's one loop trail that goes around the lake. The lake is a nice, beautiful lake when it's not drained, because it's drained right now because they've got to repair the dam. But the trail's fairly flat with a few little inclines when you're doing it to go around the lake trail. But it's all a gravel path, not bad to do. Probably the last thing on the friendly stuff, or on the positive stuff, is the staff here is very friendly. They've been very helpful. Last night there was a 7-year-old kid that was missing. They got on the PA and helped do a PA announcement for the kid to go back to the camper, and the kid was found within just a few minutes, and then they announced to everybody that the child had been found. The deal that we just had, where we had the raccoon fall out of the tree and get injured, I went up to the campground gate, told them what was going on, and within 10 minutes we had one of their officers here, and he went in the woods, got it, and hauled the injured animal off. So all in all, as far as the campgrounds, I would recommend camping here. I'd recommend us to come back and camp some more. Just need to remember that you're going to have to do some leveling on the sites. So we make our own homemade fire starters. Looks like there's some chips in it.
It's wood chips, pine wood chips with some leftover candle wax that we just pour into it, and we put it in a cupcake liner and make really good fire starters.
So we want to thank you for watching this video, and we hope that you hit that like button and subscribe. Also, we're going to put a link to our Lincoln Boyhood National Monument that we did. So I hope you like and subscribe. Thank you for watching.
We'll see you on the next adventure.